Today we are talking about one of our beloved viewers who had a problem, Leslie, and she is looking for a 78,000 single member LLC business loan with poor credit. So she has poor credit. The business right now is struggling, no revenue, but personally she's making $38,000 a year. That's gross income. So in today's conversation, we are going to do some digging, analyze the situation, and kind of help that sister out. I want you to stay until the end of today's conversation because we need you also. We love collective wisdom on this show, so we need you to also chime in.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. You know they're coming up to me, cause I'm just the kind of flower that's stinging in the beat, but the rhythm's getting higher. Go, 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 go. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka. Now let's roll. In today's conversation, we have a situation. So we are going to discuss the case of Leslie, and she's 45 years old, and she's looking for a 78,000 single member LLC business loan with poor credit. The business is struggling right now. Things are not really working pretty well. She has no revenue, but she's making personally $38,000 a year. So we are going to, so what's really going on here? We're going to put on the screen here so that everybody, all our viewers who are very smart, who are very intelligent can pitch in too, because we need collective wisdom on this show. We can do our best to provide the necessary piece of advice that you need, but our viewers' comments are also very important. So Leslie is 45 years old. She is married with 3 kids. She's a beauty shop owner. Okay, very important to understand the line of business she is in. So she's actually generating right now income from on-call gigs. So the $38,000 gross income I spoke about came from on-call gigs, not just from her own store, because right now the store has no revenue. Her FICO score is 502. Okay, she is right. This is poor credit. And the beauty shop is in Boise, Idaho, the beautiful city of Boise, Idaho. So we want to give a shout out to our viewers in Boise, Idaho. And, we love you. God bless you. And last year business revenue was $97,000. So, it's a question I need to ask here. So Leslie, when you speak about no revenue, you are actually talking about no income, because you generate revenue. Okay, so there is a distinction to have between your revenue and your income. So you have no revenue, you have no income, but you did have revenue. As a matter of fact, you told us that you had a loss of $32,000. So basically, you have generated business revenue of $97,000 in your shop, but the loss was 32. In other words, your operational expenses exceeded your revenue. So that's why you have the loss, right? That's very important. So I want to clarify this for everyone who is watching us or listening to us right now, so everybody understands the analytical foundation upon which we are going to build today's conversation. Very important. So first thing first. So Leslie, when you spoke about, I'm getting 38 grand from on-call gigs, is the income from on-call gigs really sustainable? In other words, are your on-call gigs more profitable? What is it exactly? Talk to us about that. Okay, by the way, Leslie, I want you to watch this show till the end, which you will do. You promise you will do anyway. But you want to go back and read whatever comments that our beloved viewers may have left for you after the show. Okay, so my question to you is, when you say I'm actually having on-call gigs, so you basically are going to other beauty shops and performing, let's say you are like an independent contractor there. So if that's more profitable, why don't you just do it? Okay, where are you located in Boise specifically? And the question here is that, what is your target audience? Because if you're running a loss, there might be a dichotomy. There might be a discrepancy between your business plan, the way you operate, the way you do things in your day-to-day, and your target audience. There has to be synchronicity. There has to be a parallelism between your target audience and what you do. So what is your target audience? Another question I have for you here is that, Leslie, is your LLC legit? Let's have a conversation about that. The whole thing here is that, hey, I'm not making money, blah, blah, blah. But is your business foundationally strong? Is the foundation, is the fulcrum of your business strong? Those are questions we got to ask, because for all intents and purposes, if your business is looking for a loan, a single member LLC business loan for that matter, and you don't have you don't comply with the regulations, licenses and permits and whatnot, you're not going to get the loan that you want. Very important, okay? And one thing also, I want you to also pivot a little bit in terms of your strategy. If you are trying to generate income, why don't you just look for the most expensive neighborhoods in Boise? Yeah, you probably, I don't know, we have no idea which specific neighborhood you are in Boise, but hey, listen, why don't you just go in the neighborhoods that make money? Obviously, the rent is not going to be cheap, but as a start, you can actually get some financing, even for the rent. So the most expensive neighborhoods in Boise, according to our research, includes Boise Hills Village, Highlands, Vernon, North 13th Street, Brownback Street. Those are very, really affluent neighborhoods. You are looking at Greenwood Circle, Monte Vista Avenue. You are looking at Barber. You are looking at Warm Springs Avenue, South Walnut Street, and City Center. So you really want to target where the money is at, okay? You don't want to be in a cheap ass neighborhood. I'm not trying to really denigrate anybody here, but if you are trying to make money and you are in the wrong environment, that discrepancy is not going to help you, okay? It is what it is. Let us talk about certain things you got to be careful about. And I want you to be really, really careful about what caused, you need to have to go back and dissect what caused the poor credit in the first place. Because you are asking us for a single member LLC business loan. You are looking for $78,000. Okay, that's important. However, as a single member LLC, your business credit history, okay, will be actually mixed with your personal credit history, because you are a one member LLC. So the lender is going to look at the strength of your financial life. So what caused the poor credit in the first place? Talk to me about that. As you know, a credit score has 5 elements. You are speaking about your payment history. You're speaking about your utilization ratio. Those two actually account for 65% of your credit score. That's nearly 2/3. Very important. So those 2 elements are pivotal. They are pivotal. Okay. And then we have your credit mix, your recent credit inquiries. Okay. And the length of your credit history. So those are 5 parts that play an important role. So talk to me about what caused the drop, the drastic drop in your credit score in the first place. That way we can start a conversation. All questions I'm asking you, you can always answer us via email. You have our email. That's how you reach out to us in the first place. So you have our emails. Just reach out to us and we can continue the conversation. Okay. And what is your current credit utilization ratio? I'm talking about across all credit cards. It's important to start polishing up your personal credit so that you can improve your odds of approval when you are looking for the $78,000 single member LLC business loan. Okay. And another question here is, what is your DTI? What is your debt to income ratio? That's very important. Okay. And the whole thing here is that, hey, listen, I know you have said you have poor credit, but my question to you is, do you really have poor credit? Have you checked your credit score? Because sometimes people believe they have a poor credit, but in reality, they don't have poor credit. So if you say you have 502, where did you get that number from? So credit card. Leslie, I want you to check right now. I want you to go to annualcreditreport.com right now to monitor your 3 credit scores, to have a clear and definite idea of your 3 credit scores: TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. Very important. Now that I have laid out a strong foundation, a strong analytical foundation for our discussion today, let me start giving you with some solutions you really want to think about. Okay, Very important. So solution idea number one. Leslie, I want you to write a business plan. Sis, daughter, I want you to write a business plan. You got to go back. Got to go back to business plan 101. Because you already have a bad thing. I mean, you already have a bad, quote unquote, bad element in your circle. That's your credit score. So you got to start building up positive things, positive elements. So you want to offset the denigration, the negative impact that poor credit score is having on your overall ability to get the business loan you seek and need. So write a business plan for me. You want to clarify, you want to elucidate your target audience. And you really need to be clear about whom you are targeting. It's important because if your business is running a 32K loss, we got to go back to the fundamentals. Why is there a loss in the first place? You are generating in Boise, Idaho, you are generating nearly $100,000 in revenue. That means you have something going on for you. And I want you to zero in on that thing that's going on for you and amplify it. It's very important. You want to amplify that thing. Okay, so what are trends in your industry? Talk to me about that. Talk to me about trends in your industry. I mean, are people ready to spend more on beauty items, or they're trying to spend less? That's why I was talking to you earlier about going to the posh neighborhoods where the money's at. Okay, and how much do you charge on average? That's very important. I mean, how much you charge on average? What is your average revenue? What's your average billing? Okay, and because that will be very important in terms of determining your break-even point, which is important also in terms of start making sure you are making money now. We want to shy away from the situation of loss, the loss scenario, to usher in for your company a scenario of profit. Okay. In terms of the business plan, remember, if you have no idea how to write a business plan, this is not a problem. You can have it written professionally, or you can use software. So big decision time, Leslie. What are you going to do to write a solid, compelling business plan? Because you need it. If you are trying to get a $78,000 single member LLC business loan, you will need a solid, compelling, captivating business plan. Solution idea number two. I want you to apply at your current bank. This is very important. I mean, I don't know which bank you have actually applied. See, you want a $78,000 loan. That's kind of fine. Business loan, that's kind of fine. But you need to start where they know you at. So where are you at in terms of banking? Where have you established a strong relationship in the past? It's very important because if you're making nearly $100,000 a year in revenue, you probably this money is not going to your pocket directly. This money is flowing through a bank account. So why don't you just start with the bank where they know you already? The bank where your business bank account is located at. The bank where your business account is located at. Very important. So what you want to do here is you want to seek an appointment. Very important. Okay. Don't try to do things online. I don't care if the bank has an online business loan application link, whatever. You want to go to a branch. You want to actually sit with someone. Very important. And when you go to that meeting, I want you to have your financials. So you want to have all 4 financial statements. You want to have your income statement. You want to have your balance sheet. You want to have your statement of cash flows. You want to have your statement of owner's equity. Again, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, that means that it is time for you to bring in a professional. Okay, either you bring in a professional, local. You can find a local professional or someone to help you online. If you go on websites as diverse as Fiverr, on Fiverr, Freelancer, Upwork, TopTal, you have a constellation of folks who will help you for a very affordable price. Okay, and make sure that you show the business plan also. It's very important. So what we're trying to do here is we are trying to make sure that we build a strong fulcrum for your loan application, for your single member LLC business loan application. So you want the lender to look at you differently. So there are a lot of banks in Boise, Idaho. You have the Bank of Idaho. You have Umpqua Bank, the First Tech Federal Credit Union. You have Idaho Central Credit Union, Mountain West Bank, Chase Bank, Cap at Credit Union, you have Mountain America Credit Union, you have Idaho Central Credit Union, and you have so you have a constellation of players out there. Very important, okay? And so money. Leslie, apply at your current bank or credit union for that matter. Okay, go there and start the conversation there. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Finest, yeah, young Mr. Killer, and call me señorita. I pop it, got me dreaming. My legs up on the ceiling. Oh yeah. I know when he come, he ain't never gonna leave. No, hit it the night run, and that's the way I wanna be. So don't think I'm the one to won't ever be enough.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about the problem that Leslie sent to us, and she wants to get a $78,000 single member LLC business loan, and her business is running at a loss right now, but she is generating revenue. Okay, Leslie, hey, daughter, I'm talking to you, and I want you to really take notes here. And you have promised to watch the show till the end, and you have promised also to read the comments afterwards, which you should do. Solution idea number 3. You need to explain the use of loan proceeds. See, you are looking for $78,000. Why do you need the $78,000? Why $78,000 and not $25,000 or $124,000 or $350,000? Why? So you need to clarify. You need to elucidate how much you really need. Maybe you don't need $78,000. Maybe you need more or less. So it's all about clarifying that aspect of things. Okay, why do you need the money? So that this is the use of loan proceeds. Are you using the cash for expansion, for inventory, to hire more staff? What is it? Talk to us about that. All the questions I'm asking you here are not rhetorical. They are serious questions, and you can always answer us back when you actually contact us via email, okay? And how would the business loan help you grow revenue? This is important also because the lender wants to know that the money, the monetary infusion they were making into your business will help grow the bottom line, will help grow your balance sheet. What are the risks in your sector? You are a beauty shop owner in Boise, Idaho. Are there any risks? Because in any industry, you have what we call SWOT, what experts call SWOT. You have strengths, opportunities, weaknesses, and threats. So what are the threats in your sector? Okay, what are the growth opportunities you need to seize? So you need to have a holistic analysis. You need to make a holistic analysis about your industry so you have a clear idea of where you should go. I was talking to you earlier about going to the rich areas to actually start having clients there, and I was talking to you about you don't even have to have rent there. You can be an on-demand call, an on-demand shop, an on-demand cosmetic specialist. So you go into people's home and you in their homes, and you do the work there. That way you save money from the rent. That's important, okay? Because rich people usually have all the equipment in their house. So if the women who are expecting you, you bet they have everything already. So all they need from you is your expertise. Solution idea number 4. You need to seek collateralized loans. So basically, you are asking for a $78,000 single member business loan, okay? And maybe if you want to increase your chances of approval, seek collateralized loans. In other words, those loans are backed up by collateral. Okay, so for instance, and again, we have no idea the use of loan proceeds because you did not clarify that in your email to us. But if you go with equipment financing, for instance, you can get the $78,000 easily because, in those collateralized loans, it's also called asset-backed loans or asset-based loans. Your personal credit score doesn't matter much. Okay, your revenue and the profit or loss situation might matter, but what matters the most is the quality of the underlying collateral. In other words, the asset that is backing the loan. As long as that asset is of quality and the lender can seize and resell it in case you default on the loan, then you are good to go. Look for accounts receivable factoring or financing. because remember, you are generating revenue. So money is coming in. So you certainly have accounts receivable. Okay, and use those accounts receivable to as a source of cash. This could be actually really good. If you have we don't have time today to explain the whole concept around accounts receivable financing or factoring, but if you are interested, drop us a question privately in our email, or drop us a question. And again, this topic actually we are speaking to all viewers. If you have no idea what I'm speaking about any topic, please comment below. We will certainly answer you. And you can also seek MCAs, so merchant cash advances, which are really a great source of monetary infusion. Also, you can get cash. You can get a loan based on your credit card sales or debit card sales. If you have clients who actually pay you electronically, you can use those electronic payments as a source of revenue, or not revenue, as a source of funding. Okay. And so you can also get a loan from a payment processor. Which payment processor do you currently use? Are you using QuickBooks? Are you using Stripe? Are you using PayPal? Seek a loan from them directly. You can also seek online business loans. So you really want to cast a wider net, not just your bank or credit union. You can look for a business loan at alternative lenders or online business lenders. Okay, very important. Thank you so much for your attention in today's conversation. We were sharing the story of Leslie, and she wants to have a $78,000 single member business loan, and her business has no income but has revenue. Her credit score is low, 502, and we try to help her out. And we invite our beloved and very intelligent viewers, please comment below. Please chime in. We want to have your opinion, because we believe in the strength and the power of collective wisdom. Thank you so much for your interest, your attention. So God bless you. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.